Okay, for this next tutorial, I'm going to show you how I made my shirt. So I took a picture of my shirt, and I want to delete the background where I took it. So first, I'll go to the Layers palette and duplicate this layer by clicking Ctrl J. Hold Ctrl and J. Now you have this layer. Now click on the layer visibility so that the original background layer would get invisible. Okay. Now with the magic wand tool, click on the background. As you can see, it didn't select all of the background, so if you want to add more of the background, just hold shift and click, shift and click, shift and click, shift and click. Okay, since I'm doing this just for tutorial purposes, I'm not going to go into detail. But if you want to make it a lot cleaner, just zoom in by holding Ctrl plus. And if you want to pan to the left or to the right, just hold down the space bar and a hand will appear. Then just by holding the space bar, just drag it to the left or drag it to the right. The magic wand tool didn't get the shadow because it thought it was part of the shirt, so hold down shift again, then click on it. There. Click and click. And if it took more of the shirt, to get rid of that, hold down Alt and click. See? There you go. Okay. Now to zoom out, Control minus minus. Then hit delete. There you go. I'm gonna crop the whole thing. Okay, so now that to get rid of this, we call this the marching ants. To get rid of those marching ants, just hit Control and D for deselect. I think this is too pale. If you want to boost the color or the contrast, just go to Image, Adjustments, and click on Brightness and Contrast. Then just move the sliders to suit your taste. Okay. This is good for me. Then click OK. Now I want this shirt over this texture. I didn't use the wireframe because I wanted to have a better visualization on where to put my shirt over. I downloaded the texture instead of the wireframe. So I'm just going to drag the shirt over the texture. And since the shirt is too large compared to the texture, click on Control T. Control T means transform. Then Control minus. Because if you didn't hit Control T, then this corners wouldn't appear. So just drag it to the preferred size. There you go. Hit enter, then Control plus to zoom in again. Okay. Now you see the layers over here. The layer for the background and the layer for the shirt. Click on the layer for the shirt and click on opacity and slide it down. So you can see where its position is relative to the original texture. Again, Control T so you could adjust it. Okay. I'm more concerned of the, let's see. As long as you're covering up all of the texture, you're safe. So I'm stretching it out. Okay. Need a bit higher opacity for that. Okay. Hit enter. Apply. Okay. If you want to warp the shirt so that it's like gonna fit the whole shirt, press this one, it switches between free transform and warp modes. So click, so you could go on warp mode, then drag it all the way there. Drag all the way there. If you want to drag this spot, you have to press enter again. So click Control T, transform, and drag this part. Okay. So I'm careful while dragging because as much as possible I want the lines of the shirt to be straight. On this part, it's gonna be invisible anyway, so it's okay. Well, I could have adjusted this properly, but what if I'm just too lazy to adjust it? So what I'm gonna do is boost the opacity. But if I want to make color adjustments over here, I click on the color picker tool, click on the color, and go to the paintbrush brush tool and select a brush. There, I'll lower it a little bit for about 40 size, so it depends. You can also use the bracket tool. You can also use the bracket tool to adjust the brush size. So remember, when I click on the color picker tool, this foreground color is what color is going to be used when you use the brush tool. So you can see I could paint over it there. It's pretty neat, huh? If I want to extend the lines, so zoom in, then press the color picker again, and I want this white over there. Okay, select the brush that you want, then paint over it. The blue line, get the color picker again, click on the blue color, get a brush, make sure that it's just the right size for it, then paint over it there. Same with the other side, and so forth. Okay,